Let me tell you about Newton's first law of motion. It states that an object at rest stays at rest unless acted upon with an outside force. And I want to ask you, what's keeping you at rest? Is that fear, doubt, comfort? Because look, if there's something that I've learned so far this year, a big thing is that life doesn't move until you move, and that life doesn't change until you change. Hola. Good. So I've been doing a lot of reflecting. You know, it's coming to that part of the year where I'm just in reflection mode and setting intentions mode. I go over 2024 and I review it thoroughly. And I thought about this idea of risk, change, growth, and overcoming. Those were the key themes that just kept coming up when I was reviewing. But look, okay, let's be real. I think a lot of people actually end up letting this year slip by. Maybe trapped in routines, maybe stuck in comfort zones. And I asked myself, like, why is that? Why does that happen? And I think it's because taking risks, I know because taking risks isn't comfortable. If you think about it, change is uncertain, right? Growth, it's downright intimidating. It's painful, right? But look, here's the truth. We already know that nothing extraordinary happens when we're playing it safe, when we're in our comfort zone. And now it's not to say that we gotta go be reckless, right? But I think it's just about betting on yourself, taking a chance on yourself, making decisions that stretch you, challenge you, push you towards who you're meant to be. And I think about the word risk. I don't think risk is the enemy here, it's stagnation. By the way, if you're wondering what these are pimple spot patches. Very good for if you have a spot, but they also look kind of cute. I feel like this video is kind of deep, and again, we're talking a lot about risk, and you know, a question could be, what about taking calculated risks? Kind of knowing when to push forward and also then when to hold back, because recklessness and hesitation has its costs, similar to trading. And when you trade, success isn't about guessing, it's about managing your risk. You know, they do say that traders don't just press buy and sell, they are professional risk managers. So that's why I use a tool called STINU. It's a tool, well, it's an app that helps you calculate your lot sizes so that every single trade you take is intentional and not a gamble. This is kind of like what the app looks like. It's on Apple, it's on Android. And you know what's crazy? One of the most common questions is like, how many lot sizes do I use? And I feel like that's always like the wrong question. For me, I'm a low risk trader, so I will only ever risk 1% of my capital. And it blows my mind that people blow their accounts, because that means you have to lose 100 trades in all at once, all in one go. So this is why risk management is super duper important. And remember, your lot sizes changes depending on your pair, on your risk, and also on your stop loss sizing. I'm gonna actually take you through a trade and show you the workflow so you guys cannot get this wrong, and you know what it is like being a consistently profitable trader, what it's like to actually have the thought process of using, let's say, a risk calculator like STINU, an app on my phone. Wherever I am, I can check what quantity size I'm gonna use or what lot size I'm gonna use, and then I'm making sure I'm sticking to my risk management. I'm also going to share my screen. You guys are literally gonna see this in real time, kind of the thought process, right? So this is a missed trade that I took, but some members took from Life Club, and I'm only sharing this just for workflow purposes, right? So it's not a full trade breakdown, but technically we get the sweep, we get the break, and then we're anticipating the retest. So in real time, I would be setting my OTE, which is my fib entry levels. And let's say I take my trade here. And this is so important. I'm not sure how many of you are actually sizing up your trade before you even place it, to see your risk to reward, to see like, okay, if price hits my TP, is this trade worth getting into? Like, is it a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, etc., right? I'm gonna take it with an 8 pip stop loss, 2% maybe down to this low, And if I go on the 5 minute, I'm gonna see if I can refine my entry, my stop loss. So let's say, I don't know, we like whole numbers, 11 pip stop loss for 2%. Let's go back here. Now, this is where I get the app. I'm gonna show you guys this. So I'm also now going to screen record and show you the workflow of how I would use STINU in my day-to-day trading, right? So account balance. So you can put here, if you have 5,000, if you have 50,000, or if you have 500,000. I don't know why I'm showing the camera. You guys are gonna see this on the video somewhere over here. Let's say I have a $50,000 account. I'm risking 1% because I'm a low risk trader, and as you guys can see, I'm got an 11 pip stop loss. So let's do this. My currency pair, what am I trading? Euro dollar. And again, this changes depending on the pairs that you're using. So get this bit right, guys. This is so important. Calculate. So as you guys can see from the screen, that the quantity size, the lot size that I'm going to be using is 4.55. So now when I go to MetaTrader or CTrader, whatever broker platform you are using, you can do this with precision and intention. And so then when I have my quantity size up here and I set my stop loss and my TP, and then I get triggered in, the correct amount is being risked and taken out for the profit. Again, did not take this trade, by the way. I do want to point that out. So I know the very cliche saying and the title of this video, which is about if you risk nothing, you risk everything. And obviously I'm talking about life here. But obviously in trading, we become risk managers. You know, if you guys are interested in the app, then, you know, check out the link below. You guys know I'll never talk about something that I don't use. I've been speaking about STINU since the start of my journey. You guys can go back to previous videos that I've been using. That is such a handy tool. It's not expensive. It's so worth it. It's an investment in your trading in itself. So go check it out. They have it on iPhone, the Apple Store, and they also have it for Android. So go check the link below. Do you guys like how I related the app to the title of this video? I'm currently working in a cafe with my friend. We did a very good boxing session, which I'm gonna show you guys because it was first time at this boxing gym. And yeah, this cafe has just opened. We're actually on their first day. I think it's a soft opening or something in Victoria. If you always do what you always did, you always get what you've always got. Think about that for a second, guys. You know, how often do we find ourselves like feeling stuck? And I recently did like a monthly mindset topic with Life Club, and the whole idea of the stuck cycle and feeling stuck and this narrative we have in our heads. Because there's going to be times this year where we might have felt stuck or stagnant, where we kind of repeat the same routines, make the same choices, kind of like expecting everything that we desire to just magically appear. But obviously, as we know, life does not work that way. And I'll always remember this one quote, that change does not happen by chance, it happens by choice. So if you want something in life that's different, you're gonna have to do something different. You're gonna have to like step into that growth zone. And obviously that's so uncomfortable, right? To like leave behind what you're comfortable with, the same routines, maybe the same people, the same things that you've been doing, eating, thinking, feeling, and it's kind of like risky. But you know what the biggest risk is staying the same. And man, do I get fired up thinking about like, do I really want to be the same next month, next year, the end of 2025, this time next year? If I just keep playing it safe, or if I'm not taking calculated or managed risk, oh man, I'm just gonna keep getting the same thing. I'm gonna keep being the same person and not elevating, not growing. Because if I always do what I always did, then I'm just gonna get what I've always got. And even though it seems like risky, just being the same, being stagnant, being comfortable and safe, I feel like that's just the biggest risk of all. And I think we're made for more. We were made for so much more. I wonder how many times I said risk in this one video. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much this video. It was a lot of things that was on my mind, on my heart, especially from doing my 2024 reflection and just seeing how this year was as a whole. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If I don't get to catch up with you lot, then Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. God bless.
Good time. Doesn't matter.